Hello, beautiful, beautiful people. How are you? I hope you're doing very well. I, myself, am doing good. I am. I'm doing good. Um, I just got this weird memory come to me yesterday, and I got this feeling that I should talk about it today. Um, because it was weird in the sense that it impacted me so much when it happened, but then I kind of forgot about it. Like, I haven't thought about this in, maybe since it happened, like 15 years ago or something. 20 years ago. I guess 20 years ago. It's time flies, people. But I got the feeling that I should talk about it because I feel like someone needs to hear it. So the memory that came to me yesterday was when we were at a class trip when I was about 9 years old, I think, and it was great. We had a blast. I'm not in contact with any of these classmates anymore, unfortunately. I was friends with the friends that I had then for maybe like 9 years or something, but then we kind of just fell out, which sucks, but that's life sometimes, I guess. But we had a blast. We went to this Swedish island called Vessara. I don't know why I remember it, but we went there and we did these different games and everything, and I remember specifically that we sat in the forest one night and our teachers told us ghost stories. It was weird, but it was so much fun. We were so scared, but yeah. So this memory came from when we had a party in, I think it was like a chapel. It was really weird, but we were there and we had a party, and I think there were other classes as well, but we only hung out with each other, I guess. And I remember that the boy that I was in love with asked me to dance. And the thing is that I was a heavier child, not very. I think that I hadn't grown into my body yet. I guess it was pre-puberty and everything, and it is hard to be a heavier child sometimes. I'm gonna tell you another thing, another memory as well, but which is more awful than this. But anyways, he asked me to dance and I was so excited and very nervous, and I was like, what? He wants to dance with me? And I just said yes, and he danced with me. He was really nice. He was really, really nice person. I still follow him on Instagram. I think he's a nice person still, but I don't know. I haven't talked to him since like 9th grade. And this was in 3rd grade. Anyways. And I think that was like the best feeling ever. Like in my 9-year-old life, I was like, what? You want to dance with me? And we danced and we had a good time. And afterwards I felt like, wow, I was just like dancing on clouds afterwards, you know? And then I don't know how this came to my knowledge, but I think that I spoke with one of my teachers, and they told me that they had asked him to ask me to dance with him. So my dream night turned into a nightmare. It was like, okay. So I thought that he asked me to dance because he wanted to. And then I found out it was my teacher that had forced him or said like, can you please dance with Elin? And that was like, what? First of all, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I understand like if you had done that and not tell me, but second of all, why did you tell me you asked him to do that? Like, that teacher was like so weird. Like, I know that it came from a nice place, but why would you tell me you told him to do that? It was also very, very weird. And I have no like recollection whatsoever after that, like how I felt or anything, but I guess I felt devastated and embarrassed. Like, am I really, obviously I felt like, am I really that ugly that my teacher has to beg another student to dance with me? And I was like, what? So I don't know, that just came to me yesterday, and I was like, it like hit me like, what? Did that really happen? But then I haven't thought about it since then, so. And then I think he kind of had a crush on me, maybe in like 8th grade or something, so I don't know. But what I also wanted to talk about is that I also remembered that in, I think it was also like 3rd grade or 2nd grade, 3rd grade, I think it was 3rd grade, we had this really popular girl in my class, and she was really pretty, you know, beautiful, but she wasn't very nice, and she was a kid, so I'm like, I don't hold a grudge on her, but I think she lacked empathy a bit. I don't know where she is today. I'm not friends with her like on Facebook or anything, but I just remembered her name. But this was worse, I think, because this is like borderline bullying, I would say. But anyway, she invited the whole class to a party. She lived on like a farm or something. She had a farm. She was very rich, I think. She had horses and everything. But she invited the whole class to this party, except for me and another girl that I wasn't even friends with. So she invited my friends, like my closest friends, but she did not invite me. And I applaud myself for this, because I felt like when I heard this, I was like, no, it must have been a mistake. Like, this must be a mistake. She can't be this mean. So instead of like immediately like, what's wrong with me, blah blah blah, I was like, nope, this is not happening. This has to be a mistake. So I went up to her and talked to her about this. Like, what? Why? Where did I grow the balls? But so I was like 9 years old, and I was like, can I talk to you? not in like a bitchy way or anything, but it was like, can I talk to you about this? She was like, yeah, sure. And she was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, I heard that you invited the whole class without me, or except for me and this other girl. And she was like, yeah, so I'm like, okay, is it a mistake? And she's like, no, it's not a mistake. And my whole world was like falling apart, I think, because then I was like, that hurt me. That hurt me pretty bad. And I think the reason for it was like I didn't even know that I was considered like less than, I guess. So life throws you curveballs to give you certain like not ideas, but like, yeah, so that you learn I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it was weird because I didn't even know that, and I was devastated. I think I was devastated that day, and I didn't speak to her again, I think. But I was most, and this is also I'm pretty proud of myself for this, because I was more disappointed in her parents than her, because like she's a child, she doesn't know better. Like kids are mean sometimes, but the fact that the parents let this happen is beyond me. It's like the parents should always like look after the other kids as well, I think, because like if let's say that your child doesn't want to invite the whole class, you make sure that they invite their friends and not like all of the kids except for one or two. Like that's not okay. So I was like really pissed at them. I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? But I just want to say, like, in no way am I saying that I was bullied when I was young. I don't think so at all. But that specific instance was, it was not great. It was not great. But I guess it made me stronger, and I eventually grew into my body, and I actually befriended her friend. So that was kind of like a revenge for me. I was like, yeah, so what's wrong with me now, you know? So I was her friend, and we hung out after school and everything, and I think that was my revenge for that. Not that I took her from her, but like, yeah, you know, I'm a good person. I'm fun, okay? So, I don't know what I want to say with this, but I guess if we have any younger viewers listening or watching this, I just want to say it gets better. Sometimes we have to go through tough shit, but it gets better. It gets better every day. I just want to say that, I guess. So, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for your support. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. I love you so much. If you're continuing the day, I hope you get a very very, very nice day. And if you're sleeping, I hope that you get the best sleep of your life. Manifesting that for you now. Boo. You're welcome. Okay, I love you. Thank you.